bartender.
Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Who's That Anime with your host Stephen Collin.
I enjoyed everything about that.
Yeah, I don't know, I just kind of like rhyming
Felt
things.
musical today.
Yeah. It might be because at work we had a wee Christmas quiz and they had like songs, and I've been successfully avoiding Christmas songs for, I don't know, most of my life. And
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you.
And then we had this quiz which had like a music section which was at least five. Well, in fact, I think all of them are Christmas related. There was like some weird
Yeah.
soul one.
Huh. I don't think like all I think of for Christmas is fucking Mariah Carey and Michael Bublé.
Oh yeah, that's the ones I think we heard. Michael
Yeah,
Bublé
like
ever.
and to be clear, I don't mind Michael Bublé. I just don't like Christmas music.
What about Slade?
I just don't like Christmas music.
The Pogues?
I especially dislike the Pogues.
Um,
That Fairy Tale of New York and Don't Fucking At Me, but is categorically one of the worst songs I have ever heard.
what? They were so sober during that song.
It just oh fucking grates on me, man. And like I'm a person who I like a lot of music, like a lot of music.
Uh-huh.
That is one of my I guess you could refer to that as a music hot take. That's my I can't fucking stand it. Just greats,
Yeah.
just greats.
Yeah.
That and Sweet Home Alabama, not a Christmas song, but I don't like that either.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Yep.
It's a
It's just
song that goes Sweet Home Alabama.
that. Those are the lyrics mostly. You're like
Most
about 85% of the lyrics there.
Sweet Home.
Little bit of improvisation that we can stay with. I think that's cool.
Alabama.
Yeah, so that's my musical grievances. I can't deal with Christmas music.
Oh yeah, it's Christmas.
It's interminable.
It's Christmas. Now I just think of the goose in the Andrix Harbor. Oh, there was an old Andrix Harbor where you had a goose chasing snowballs or something, and it has Slade playing in the background going, and the goose goes, "It's Christmas," type thing, mouth to the words.
What was the is there a band? Was it Wizard? Also did a Christmas song.
Darkness?
No, I mean they maybe did a Christmas song.
Oh, they did a Christmas song.
I wish it could be Christmas every day was Wizard.
I wish it could be Christmas every day. Wait, that's Slade, isn't it?
No, that's Wizard.
So Slade goes, oh, it's Christmas. Do they do
Blade or Saldy, as I've written. That is Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh, Merry Christmas, everybody.
The Darkness was called Christmas Time, Don't Let the Bells End.
Yeah, it was like a weird, because they were like maybe some rock band or something.
I watched the lead singer of The Darkness on YouTube.
All right, what's he do these days?
He's still in The Darkness and they still make music, but he spends a lot of time on YouTube listening to new music and talking about topics that are relevant to modern music.
All right.
He talked about the fact that years ago The Darkness supported the band Disturbed, which I assume you know who Disturbed are.
I know of them.
Down with the Sickness, and
Down with the Sickness.
apparently the Disturbed fans were not particularly happy at the Darkness supporting Disturbed.
Was that a reading
And
or
it could have been.
or
It could have
Reading?
been.
Reading?
I
Reading?
can't remember. Reading, but I
Reading.
don't think. Either way, the lead singer of the Darkness, Justin Hawkins, I think, took umbrage with this and kind of had a dig at the fans. And the lead singer of Disturbed, Dave Draiman, was not particularly sympathetic to to the Darkness being sort of booed and sort of chided. But I think I think it was you. What was it you said that like he mentioned this in a video? Is that it was a kind of an experience he felt he didn't really enjoy because like he'd hoped that he felt bad about the situation and the way he'd handled it, but also was not happy with the way that Dave Draiman had handled it. And then Dave Draiman messaged him on Twitter and was like, "Hey, I don't like that either. Let's chat." And they kind of started talking, and apparently are going to go for drinks the next time Disturbed are in the UK. So that
Fair
is
enough.
a nice end to that story.
Yeah. Unlike Limp Bizkit dude and guy from Korn.
Fred Durst.
Yeah.
Fred Durst and Jonathan Davis.
Yeah. Pretty sure they
Yeah.
spit blood with each other at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, that's sort of Fred Durst's prerogative. He's a perpetual cataclysmic asshole. Who, yeah, he's not a nice guy.
All right.
He's a bit of a dick. And I think potentially sort of over exaggerate his contribution to music. To be clear, I am a fan of Limp Bizkit. I am a metalhead at heart and enjoyed several Limp Bizkit albums and songs, but Fred Durst's a bit of a prick.
Yeah. What's so wait, what? What contribution to music has he brought?
I mean, Limp Bizkit is pretty much his. Oh, and he brought Stained and Puddle of Mud to the forefront.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think I didn't mind Stained for a period of time, but I never really trucked with Puddle of Mud, except for the song Blurry. Blurry is a pretty good song.
Or was it quite blurry in your mind?
It is it's a good one. It's a good one. And then they did a song called She Fucking Hates Me, and I fucking hate that song.
Why? Because
It's just gimmicky bullshit.
Was it about you?
It could have been. And then it's sort of like in the same vein as the fucking Rockstar by Nickelback, which I also hate. The bad Nickelback are a good band. Let's get that out of the way. Nickelback hate needs to end. Nickelback are actually a good band. However, the song Rockstar is a travesty.
Yeah,
It's awful.
Rockstar.
So you cannot listen to The Curb or Silver Side Up, and is it Silver Side Up? Pretty sure it is Silver Side Up. Yeah, Silver Side Up. Those are really good albums, like quintessential late 90s, early 2000s rock albums.
All right, okay.
Welcome to our music podcast, where I complain about metal music and rock music from the late 90s, early 2000s.
New metal, man.
So new metal is a tough one because I sort of agree with that there are a lot of bands who got lumped in with that label, like Disturbed and Deftones, Korn, Drowning Pool, and I Linkin Park. Like, I honestly feel like the majority of those bands, in fact, fucking Slipknot, System of a Down, calling them new metal is such a debasement of their quality. Like, the only ones that I would like, Limp Bizkit, I would say was quintessentially quite new metal-ish. But at the same time, I feel like new metal was more like a period of time than it is a genre of music. it's probably kind of unfair to say all those bands are new metal when they also sound vastly different.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of shouting.
Oh man,
So much
tell you,
shouting.
Iowa by Slipknot, heaviest album ever written.
The heaviest. Was it written
Yep,
in like Poseidon or something? Poseidon?
it's like just lyrically and musically and emotionally brutal in a way that I don't think any other album ever has been. I could be wrong. Like I'm sure there's other really heavy ones, but like it's just fucking good. It's good stuff.
Brutal.
I went to pick up the CD at midnight. That's how engrossed I was with that
Wait,
album.
midnight release on a CD?
A midnight release of a CD. It was would it be like the beginning of like mid August 2001, 2002, 2001. I need to find out now. But Iowa, yeah, Iowa's. It's late August 2001. So yeah, I was I went to my local record store Valhalla to pick up my copy of Slipknot. To which there were actually about 30 or 40 people all buying the album at that time of night.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think that was down in the West Coast.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It was
yeah,
it's amazing like the if you look at a lot of the bands and things like that from that era, looking at the impact they had on what was popular as well. Like some of these bands had like albums and charts, songs in top 40. Like
yeah.
that's crazy.
Oh, did agree. Darkness was number
I mean,
one.
oh, totally. And
Drift was
that but
number
that's the
one.
thing. Oh, so they were.
Fucking.
I digress. We're here to talk about Chainsaw Man, which is also kind of metal as fuck.
I digest.
I digest. So last episode 4, we left off with Denji about to experience the supple softness of Power's boobs as a thank you for saving her life and saving Miaoi's life. Uh,
Yep.
so yeah, we pick up where they are locked in the bathroom cubicle. He's preparing to get to squeezing.
Mhm.
And he has a good go, and she's like, "Yep, that's one." He's like, "Oh shit, oh shit!" And then all of a sudden, something drops out from her shirt.
Yeah, yeah. It was padding.
Yep, and she's like, "Oh yeah, makes them look bigger." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "Okay, come on, squeeze number 2."
Yep.
She's very into it as well,
Hmm.
but is also getting over with fairly quickly. And yeah, he gets 3 squeezes, and she's like, "Yep, that's it, done. We're
Yep.
even now."
Yep. Come here, Mr. Miali.
Oh yeah. And it's sort of like it kind of it destroys him in a weird way. He is just a broken man.
Mm-hmm.
He's just lost his joie de vivre entirely.
Oh,
And
French words.
oh yeah, a certain je
Je
ne
ne
sais
sais
quoi.
quoi.
Yeah, or a certain cul-de-sac.
Coldest.
But
You
I
live in a
think that's an
cul-de-sac.
Eddie. I think that's an Eddie Izzard joke. I do live in a cul-de-sac.
Yes.
But I think yeah, I think that's an Eddie Izzard joke. So apologies for stealing that from them. But he ends up going to do paperwork with Makima. She's like, "Oh yeah, killing that bat devil. That's kind of coming across as a bad thing right now because of the amount of paperwork you're having to do." And he's sitting just kind of slowly stamping with these tiny little round stamps,
Yeah. Well, it's,
just distraught.
for that is they're having like the gatherings and stuff. Well, so and he's just kind of like zoning out, eating the
Yeah.
food, and then Power's like, "I'll have that," and then they're walking along to work and go, "Oh, I wonder what demons we're going to kill today," and he's just kind of like zoned out,
Yeah.
and she's like,
He's just lost.
just a crack chop in the head.
Yep.
And then
It's
like,
just it's ruined him.
yeah,
He got exactly what he wanted, and it
yeah,
has
yeah,
ruined him in the process.
yeah.
Um,
So he's doing this paperwork, and what's her name? Boss lady.
Makima.
Makima's is basically like, oh, I feel really bad to get you to do all this since you're killing bad demons. It's all good. And
Yep.
he says, but what's wrong, Denji? Came out of it, and he's like, well, I had this dream and I got to do the dream that I wanted, but it didn't seem right. It's been
Yeah.
a disappointment. And then she finally weasels it out that it was like, yeah, I got squeezed breasts.
Yep.
And then he was like, oh, well, we kind of got to start slowly, like wave with the hands, judge the length of the fingers, bite
Oh
the.
yeah, she is super teasing him
Oh, yeah.
at this stage. And getting into this, like, it's all about how you kind of, and then she doesn't even go to anything else. She's like, yeah, and when you have sex, and he's like, what? He's like, yeah, you have to, like, it's better when you know the person. He's like, uh-huh. What are we talking about? Why is this happening? You're biting my finger now. And
Yeah.
she's like, you can, this is important. Remember what this feels like, because, if you can't see, but remember what it feels like, because then you'll know it's me. And he's like, uh-huh. This is all very odd and potentially inappropriate as his boss.
Very inappropriate. Yeah. And then she puts his hand on her breast.
She does.
Yep. And then he kind of gets startled and falls backwards.
Collapses off the chair. It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
And his heart's going 100 miles an hour.
Yep.
He looks like he's
it's
about
at
to
this
have
point.
a heart attack.
Yeah. It's at this point where it sort of like gets worse though, where it's just like, the gun devil needs to die. We need this gun devil gone. And what I'm saying to you, Denji, is if you were to do that, I would do anything for you.
I would grant
like,
any wish.
Yeah, any wish. And he's like, so wait, if I do that, you would grant me any wish? Yes. Even that. He's like, oh my, and then he is a renewed man, filled again with the desire to kill devils.
Yeah. So I think she goes, there's like a flashback in between that bit where she's talking about the gun devil. There's a bit.
Oh shit! Is this the bit with the kid? The kids?
Yeah. So there's a kid.
Shit, you're right.
And they're playing in one kid's like ill all the time, and he plays, and their older brother goes, "Oh, Dad, let's go play something." And he's like, "No, that your little brother is kind of ill and he can't really do it. Then you go and play yourself." And then the little kid goes, "Actually, you know what? I think I'm good to go outside." And goes and plays in the snow and throws some snowballs. And it's like, "Oh, my hands are really cold." And the older brother's like, "Well, actually, you know what? I hate you. Well, I don't anymore. And you might catch a cold." So
yeah, don't catch a cold because Mum and Dad will be mad at me. You can't catch a cold if you're just playing catch. So go and get your glove and we'll do that. And he's like, "Oh, yeah," and runs back into the house, and we see the young older brother kind of smiling, and then the house just getting fucking wiped off the map.
Yeah, and basically was on about the gun devil and how humans used guns to first attack devils and stuff like that, and then it kind of arms race happened, and then it was a big terrorist attack, and then it kind of showed you like a building
Well,
smoking, which only one tower, only one
yeah,
tower.
definitely not a direct reference to 9/11.
No, not
Um,
reference to 9/11 at all. It's
not quite as a clean cut as a reference to 9/11 as the start of Battle Royale 2. I'll give them that. Uh, that is very anti-American. The start of that movie.
oh, I think I would not,
But
but I've never watched it.
it's good, man. It's good. It's not as good as the first one, but it's still good.
Well, maybe I have watched it actually.
But yeah, I think it's interesting because there's a lot of like emotional whiplash here because we're going through sort of like this typical sort of fan servicey approach to getting the guy's attention and getting them to do what they want. And then it's like, oh, and here's the story about how 1 million people died, 1 million people in like a moment, and
Yeah.
then they were all afraid of guns, and then the devil grew stronger and stronger and stronger. And I think this is where they talk about the fragments.
Yeah, because
Um,
you don't get to see the gun devil.
no,
It's too fast or something, but it leaves like fragments kicking them out. I know,
yeah, it can leave chunks of itself.
which are all kind of like bullets.
Yes, and they're lightly magnetized. So I suppose the purpose of this is that saying that a small fragment of it would attract, but they want to find more chunks of it so that they have something that will be more attracted to it, so that it'll help
Yeah,
them find it.
yeah. So they all kind
Um,
of attract, and
she also mentions the fact that if he was to eat part of the chunk,
mhm.
he would grow stronger.
Yeah, devils grow stronger when
But
eating
but
it.
they didn't act on that. Like, hey, maybe this is a good idea. Give him the thing to make him stronger, please.
No, they still don't fully trust him. I think.
Oh man.
So anyway, even though he's like some weird loyal lapdog,
Yeah, that's for sure. Do
uh,
we do we find out at this point the Nate that like that who the young boy is? I can't. That happens in this episode. I just can't remember when it happens.
um,
I think it
no,
is near this part, right?
uh, yeah. So it kind of cuts back and they talk about it, and then the office scene, and they go and talk about it. There's Aki and the eye patch girl.
Himeno.
Yeah, him who we don't find out till maybe then.
Yeah,
And
yeah, you're right.
they're on top of a fish and say, "No, oh look, it is a fragment. No wonder this thing
That's right.
wasn't a walkover, pushover type thing."
Yeah.
And I don't think we do. I don't think we have found out who, because I think that's the next episode. Certainly, next
Is
episode.
that the next episode? Shit.
Well, maybe because they do that, and then they get there, and then there's like, oh, there's reports of some shit going down in this hotel. Go and find it. We think it might be the gun devil, and like I think the bullet is attracted to the hotel.
Yeah, they find that of course they go as the whole crew because you've got Power, you've got Aki, you've got Denji, Himeno, and then you've got the two other new recruits, Ari and Kobeni.
Yeah, and they were like, I don't really trust this guy. How can we trust this guy? Type thing to Denji and the fiend. And they was like, oh well, they're going ahead. They're the cannon fodder. Type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, fuck them.
They're not going to sport. We're sporting now, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, and they have discussion, and then do you get like another flashback of how Aki meets Shimio?
yes. He's remembering the first time because I think is it they reference because she smokes a cigarette or something like that, and they're talking about the brand.
Oh, that's next episode.
Is it? Shit,
That was in the
they're
hotel
blurring
room.
together. But
Oh,
yeah,
they do
either way,
literally blur together to find.
yeah. Uh, but yeah, basically it's Aki sort of remembering when he first met Himeno, and
Mm.
they're in this graveyard of all the
Yeah,
victims, and he's we know that his family were lost to the Gun Devil, and that's why he's like okay with Denji, because Denji's keen on fucking up the Gun Devil.
Yeah.
But the Himeno is there because her partner in the is it the public whatever it's called, public safety, whatever
Yeah.
they're called.
Rural.
Yeah, they were killed
Mhm.
as a result of it as well, and it turns out that that was her fifth partner who has died.
Yeah, and then I think her mentor thought, "Hey, I brought you this dude. He's
Yeah,
been trained pretty well." And she's
he's young and hungry and angry.
yeah, and he's
Have him.
disrespectful and everything. And then
Oh
she was
yeah,
like, "Oh, you're not going to die, are you?" And they're like, "Nope."
yeah. I kind of like their relationship. Um, they seem like outwardly sort of very apathetic towards each other, but
Mm.
when it comes down to it, actually, I think like they care a great deal about each other. Um, and we kind of see that demonstrated throughout the rest of the episodes. But I think
Mm.
that is the first instance of her saying, "It's like, you're not going to die on me,
Yeah,
or don't die."
yeah,
It's sort of I think it's like it's partly. I think it starts off, certainly in this instance. I think it's very much focused on her. It's like
mm.
I can't have another partner die, so I
Oh,
need you to not die. Like,
yeah,
this is your mission is to stay alive because I cannot handle another death.
yeah, uh, yeah. Um, I think they also, she basically goes Denji on, or everyone's like, "Oh yes,
Oh,
um, I'll give you, I'll give you tongue and a
oh,
kiss."
she offers. That's later. She offers to give him a kiss. The person who kills the devil, the ghost devil, not the ghost
No,
devil. Sorry,
the
just the devil that's in
like
the
the
house, the
yeah,
hotel. Uh, I'll give you a kiss to whoever gets it first. It's like,
uh,
well, both Denji's like, fuck it, I'm going in, and Ari's like, no, 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 absolutely not. And they're like barreling up the corridors of the hotel, and he's like hockey, like fucking smashing him into the sidewalls and things like that to slow him down. And Power's loving every moment of this.
yeah. Well, then he goes like, "You know what? I don't really care about your kiss," and then she whispers about, "Oh, I'll make yours special then."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he's like, because it's the more you know about the person. He's like, and I don't know you from jack shit. It's like, well, what if I made it better?
Yeah,
He's like, oh, then absolutely. I'm more into this now.
yeah.
I am very easily motivated, it turns out. Uh,
Very, very easily motivated.
and of course, they're all sort of very unhappy with Himeno and her sort of goading tactics. It's like, how dare you
How
like
dare,
debase yourself?
yeah, how dare an unmarried woman debase herself like this?
Yeah. He's like, I'm absolutely going to make sure that you're not going to kiss this guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Uh, so yeah, they're barreling through the 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 corridors, and on the eighth floor, they come across this walking head thing that looks like something out of John Carpenter's The Thing, and Power's like, "Oh shit, I got this." Just like does a proper blood axe handle right through it and cuts it in half.
Yeah, and then she claims that uh it was too feared of her, and so it froze in midair, and then
Yeah. Oh, that's
Hi-
right. Yeah, because it stops in midair.
yeah, and that's because Hummel kind of caught it.
Yeah, she's got to deal with a contract with the Ghost Devil, which is
Yeah,
like an arm or an entity that can just hold things in place.
yeah, and
Um,
she's lost her eye for it. Hence the eye patch on
yeah,
the eye. The eye.
I, I think I have a thing where I like female characters with eye patches.
Okay, that's the female
Well,
characters with
it's
eye
because
patches. Did you like Kill
she.
Bill?
No, I mean an anime.
Oh, just an anime.
Uh,
Do you like that
I'm
one?
trying to remember the name of the character from Attack on Titan.
Oh, she's got an eye
Uh,
patch too now.
Hanga, Zoe Hanga. Yeah. So yeah, I like. She's great. She's a great character. I just
Uh,
think they make badass character like badass women characters for some reason. Eye patches.
what about Met on Men?
Sure,
Like
I'm all for that too.
Cable?
Denji had an eye patch at one point.
Oh, he did, yeah, 'cause he lost his eye
Yeah,
because he sold it.
an eye
Cable?
and a nut. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
Uh,
pretty badass.
what's his name from Bleach?
I haven't watched Bleach. Wait, is Bleach the one that's now on Disney Plus?
Yes.
I think it is. Yes, I am going to watch it now.
All right, you
So
never watched it.
no, I fell off Naruto, so I kind of expected I would fall off Bleach.
Bleach
be
was
honest.
good, but yeah, you'll fall off Bleach too because it got stupid. I didn't watch it all. I haven't watched all Naruto either. It's,
I've watched the. Speaking of eye patches, I've watched the Super Eye Patch Wolf on Bleach.
oh yeah, yeah, it got bad. It got to some arc and then the guy fell off, but I think he's redoing it now.
Yeah.
I think he's came back. Yeah. But s- um, Soul Reaper, is that what the game called? Can't remember. One of the
The
samurai
game.
dudes. No, in Bleach, one of the samurai dudes has an eye
Oh,
patch,
okay.
and he only wears it because it sucks the power out of him.
I don't know. I don't know if you can see this. You won't see if it's
No.
the audio medium, but you can see I have this amazing sort of
I saw.
fleecy type hoodie thing.
It looks like it might say Dragon Ball Z on it.
It does.
Oh, it does. There you go.
It
Power of the
does.
video. You get to see that
Yeah,
3 weeks.
yeah, that's your set your calendars, folks. I
Christmas Day.
they were selling these big comfy hooded type things in Primark.
Right.
And they apparently on their website they had a Dragon Ball Z one, and I was like, oh shit, I want that one. And they didn't have any locally, but fortunately, the Primark near my brother had one, and he was like, oh, I'll go down and see if I got one for you. And he
Okay.
snagged it and brought it up my way at the weekend last week. So
Nice.
yeah, it's really fucking warm in this thing.
Yeah, I was surprised you're wearing something like that because you get really hot all the time, even when it's like
It's
10 degrees.
in this office, particularly, it gets quite warm. But yeah. Anyway,
I'm
yeah,
wearing a fleecy
a fleecy hoodie, a fleecy
Yeah.
fleece.
Yeah, with a zip and
Nice.
and it's nothing special. It's blue with a white fleece lining.
Yeah. Well, this is black with a bright orange lining. That's the
I was looking at the bright orange.
the,
It's like
the
you're
amazing part.
a United fan, only
It
inverted.
is. It is. I am not, but it is.
I know. All right.
So, yeah. So they're on the 8th floor. They have
Oh.
murdered the
Uh,
head.
I should
Wait, what?
point out that's Dundee United,
Oh yes, yes.
not Manchester.
Not Manchester.
Sorry,
I don't know
just
how many Manchester United fans there are. It's fine.
because people might.
There are a bunch of United teams called United. So
Yeah, but I figure it out
yeah, that's fair.
because it's
So yeah,
orange and black.
yeah.
Anyway, crack on.
But they're on the 8th floor. They are walking upstairs to what they assume is the 9th floor. When Ari sees a big blood stain on the ground. It's like,
Hmm.
oh, that looks very much like the blood stain we just left on the
Deja
8th
vu.
floor.
Yeah.
What floor are we on? It's like, the 8th floor. That doesn't seem right. We were just on the 8th floor, and Denji's like, well, maybe you're stupid, and you just didn't read it right. I love his immediate sort of "you're a fucking moron" thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
and then he walks down the stairs. Oh, we forgot to mention the scene with Power and Hano
Himeno.
Himino. As she's talking about the ghost devil and their contract and stuff, and it's like, that's stupid. How dare you tell us your weakness? You meant to keep me in check. And it's like, oh well, I've still got tricks on my sleeve. I'm pretty sure I can keep you in check. And it's like, oh yeah, so what happens if I like try and kill this lass of yours? And then
Uh,
next thing she's
oh,
against the
she's
wall.
being choked the fuck out.
Yeah, controlled by
That's right.
and
Yeah.
she's like, I can't grab it. It's
No, it's a ghost. That's the point.
yeah, but unlike Unseen Servant,
Ah, man, don't get me started on that guy.
but you can't touch it.
Nah,
I'll use Unseen Servant to trip him up.
I think that is potentially the most. So just to sort of bring people up to speed on this in joke, this is from a Dungeons and Dragons session that we did, where I decided that my unseen servant, which has no ability to attack or hurt anyone, but I was like, I need this to do damage, and we decided. I think as a group we decided that that this was fair because I was like because he was corporeal to the degree where he could be in a place and would be solid,
Mm-hmm.
but couldn't do harm. And I was like, well, okay, so I need to damage this character. So what if like Unseen Servant just like kneels down behind him and I push the dude over? To which our DM was like, what's wrong with you? All of you. Like this is total arsehole like behavior. I was quite proud of that. Because I think it was even worse was it was successful, I think. So
Yeah, well,
glorious.
he did give us an unmovable rod.
Amazing.
I
Good times.
yeah. Sean tried to stick it up a griffin's ass.
He did. Our Dungeons and Dragons sessions are potentially dangerous.
Eh,
Um
all I ever asked is how tall anyone was.
that is true. That is true. You were very safe.
Was it?
Um
Was well, you're meeting this guy. How tall is he?
I don't know. It was like a fucking test for the DM, who then I assume went through the character sheets and just added heights to everyone just so he could have things to talk about as soon as you asked.
Oh
But yeah,
yeah, he probably did.
it's the good shit. So, yeah, it turns out that while they're having this sort of disagreement, it's like, no, he's like, something's wrong with this. Hang on a second, and he runs back down the stairs, and they then see him come down the stairs onto their floor. It's like, oh no, this is bad. We
Yeah.
seem to be stuck here.
And Himio goes, "Oh, we just saw you go downstairs. What?" And then the younger lass just starts to freak out
Oh yeah,
instantaneously. She literally just freaked out straight away.
she's so fucking useless.
So far, she,
Just
she'll probably be.
so useless.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on with her. But anyway, that's the end of the episode.
Yeah. Oh well, there is one more bit I think where
No,
Himeno runs up the stairs
no,
and
no,
she's like, "Hey,
no,
is that
no,
not this one?
no.
Hold the fingers, do the
Oh
peace sign,
no, that's next episode.
man."
She
Well,
literally just stops saying, "But you're up. You went down. Now you're up." And then
yeah.
ends into the not the intro, the outro. Jesus,
Yeah.
I know English language.
Well, what do you rate this one then? How do you feel about this one?
It's getting there. It's good. It's good. It's getting interesting. Power's a bit more interesting to me in this one.
Yeah.
She was a bit kind of like, I'm a demon, I'm doing my own things type thing, and I'll allow it.
Well, no, she's just
Attitude.
like, I guess, like she's it's like I don't really need to be doing any of this, but I guess I kind of like doing this. So
Something
I
like
also
that,
don't
yeah.
want to die. So I guess I'll just
Yeah.
hang about.
Yeah. She's like that. I would run away because I think when she actually lets Denty grope, she says, "All right, well that's me done. We go around and kill everyone, but the Bureau won't like that and kind of trapped and
Yeah.
were because of that Makiko person.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just be here. It's cool.
Yeah, with Mr. Miyawi
Mr. Meowie. So
or Miyawi.
I think this is probably closer to an 8 for me, this one, at least.
Yeah, it's getting to 8. Yeah.
Characterizations are starting to get interesting. I'm
Hmm.
liking the characters more and more. Um,
Yeah.
even though like Denji is relatively insufferable. Uh, and I like Power because she's just chaos incarnate. Like nothing is normal, nothing is simple. She's just a lunatic, which is great.
Hmm.
And I'm liking, like I say, I think it's interesting because Aki has been, uh, he has seemed like the guy who's in charge, but obviously, um, Himeno is the head of the squad, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's interesting seeing that dynamic shift when
Oh,
she's part of the crew.
yeah. Aki wasn't the one that spotted the blood stain. It was the other dude.
Ari,
Ari, yeah. Is it
yeah, I
Ari?
said it was Ari.
I thought Ari
I think
was
it
the
was
chick.
yeah. The
And he's
oh maybe
Kimuro. Anyway, the
oh
dude.
Kobeni.
Yeah, I thought Kobeni
The dude
was.
is Ari.
Dude is Ari, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Kobeni.
Kobeni is the girl who's useless.
Alright. Well, you find out why she's useless anyway. It's a bit
Yeah.
like
Well,
Father Dougal. It's pretty much Father Dougal from Father Dead.
doesn't understand distance.
Yeah. Talk
Well,
about chaos. Oh, I'll show you a highlight. I'm wearing this t-shirt where it says. Da, da, da.
that is accurate.
Yep,
That's
that's
very accurate.
that's
Oh, while I'm here, Colin,
mhm. Yeah.
we need to play Dark Tide.
Dark Tide.
Yes, we need to play Dark Tide.
Is it on Game Pass or you got to buy it?
It's on Game Pass. We need to play Dark Tide
Okay. Why?
because it's guns and swords in the 40k universe.
Oh, I understand. It's kind of the source of the 4K universe with Ogren and Imperial Guard people, I
Yeah,
think.
it's fucking Left for Dead 40k.
Sure, I'm sure we can muster a party of 4. Is it 4-player?
It is 4-player, but it's PC only at the moment. So
Oh, okay. Well, maybe not get all of them.
no, but we can try. Anyway,
Yeah.
much like the episode coming to an end, this episode must also come to an end, as you have listened to another episode of Who's That Anime, a podcast all about anime, and sometimes on occasion we may ramble about other things like metal music and other bits and pieces. However, if you would like to listen to the show and you are already listening, of course, you know where we are. We can be found at anchor.fm/ Who's That Anime. That's our home. We can be found at Spotify, Stitcher, Audible, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Apple Podcasts, everywhere where there is podcasts to be found. We don't make any money on this. We just kind of like to talk about anime and have a good time. So we don't pay for any advertising. There's no advertising in the show. And if you like what we do, it would be super awesome if you would like to leave us a review. 5 stars is always welcome. Anything less with a bit of constructive feedback would be super cool too. And of course, if you've already done a review or can't do a review because of what you listen to, if you like what it is we do, then telling a friend to get them involved would also be super good. We have a Facebook page, that's facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we post about the latest episodes and the occasional anime meme. We have a Discord channel that is in the show notes, link for that. We also have a YouTube channel where Colin painstakingly puts together the video components of these episodes, where you will eventually see my Dragon Ball Z Snooty 3 weeks from now.
3 weeks. Well, maybe not,
what
because that's about. Was 3 weeks? Is that? What is 3 weeks? Is that Christmas? 3 weeks? No.
Yeah.
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 Oh, then it might be another 2 weeks after that.
You'll see it soon.
You'll see it in the new
Don't
year.
worry about it.
All
It'll be a
excitement.
great thing for you when it happens.
Yeah.
We're currently, you have just uploaded the first of our episodes on Chainsaw Man. That can be found on our YouTube channel.
Mhm.
If you just search for Who's That Anime on youtube.com. Colin and I also like to, on occasion, play video games on live stream. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. Not a lot of activity more recently, but if you're interested in watching some of the gameplay stuff, you can find that at youtube.com by searching for the channels Couch Fuel and Hail Payman.
Yep.
And that is all she wrote.
Yeah, yeah. Episode 2 should be coming out at the same time as this one.
Yes.
Which is what you
yes,
tried to
that's
ask
right.
me. And I was like, no!
Yes, that's what I meant.
But
Yes.
then the other one was like, oh, but 3 weeks is changed to our Christmas episode.
Yeah.
No. 1, 2. No. You will see it in 3 weeks, guys. You'll get to see his hoodie in 3 weeks. The
Holy
Christmas
shit.
special is the week after that.
Yeah.
I looked at a calendar.
Timely as always.
Yep. Time is
Nice
everything.
one.
Yeah.
Well, see it's out, Colin.
All right. Well, this has been Who's That Anime with your hosts, Steve and Colin, who are the hosts of the show. And we'll be back next week with episode 6 of Chainsaw Man.
I should have said this episode is called Gun Devil.
No, the episode of Chainsaw Man is called Gun Devil.
Yes.
This is episode 5 of season 8.
Season 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nailing it.
We don't have names, because why would you have
Nearly
names?
2 years into this, we have this thing on lock.
When have we ever had anything in lock after like many years? Like all those
Never.
all those times in Couchfield when it was always just like, is it working? It's working.
Always flying by the seat of our pants.
Yeah.
Always.
I got clips of us going, okay, we're going to play Streets of Rage remake, and then it loads up, and then you hit start, and then it all shuts down.
That is, I think, one of my favorite clips. It's good shit.
Yeah. And then we had other clips. Were, what was it, Stick Fighters we were playing, and you were just owning it, and then and you went AFK for a bit because you were replying to something on your phone, and then I killed everyone else, and then it's like, hang on a minute, that's not a lamppost.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And then I think you gunned me down.
Good times.
And then you got cheated out on someone in that as well, because there's a map that changed, and you saw all the chains, but then I think Kirsty got stuck under like 2 platforms, and was stuck under these platforms, and then you just kind of like died, and you all fell at the same time, but she won.
You gotta love these physics-based multiplayer games where people win when they shouldn't. Me included, even when I'm trying.
Yeah. Anyway, see you same anime place, same anime time, same anime future.
Yup. Peace.
Peace out.
Bye, folks.
Byes.
It's lurking somewhere within those walls. And since it probably ate a piece of the Gun Devil, this sucker won't be your garden variety.
What if it's like the actual Gun Devil in there?
The more flesh there is, the more pull there is. The reaction's too small.
Low-key sucks.
Yield up the chunk! It amuses me.
Thought I told both of you to work on your manners.
Your
And?
point?
That won't get me
Pretend just
anywhere, so
half-witted
shove your
humans
manners
don't
up your
command
a-hole,
me.
a-hole! Hayakawa, sir.
My liege.
Better.
Sweetness.
Huzzah! Mine!
Dude, he's
May
so
I have a
busy.
word, sir? Can we really entrust our backs to the 2 newcomers? Considering we'll soon fight one devil, if not more. One's a fiend, and the other's some hoodlum. I'm having serious doubts.
We aren't trusting them to watch our backs. They'll generally take point when we're on extermination missions. If either tries to run or double-cross us, then they die on the spot.
Boo, you're treating us like we're livestock.
'Cause you don't get human rights.
You think he's still pissed about this morning? That's gotta be it, right?
In hindsight, it's clear our prank went too far.
Pranks aren't anywhere near that file! Go to hell!
Come on.